February 1959, 9 people, including students and young scientists, set out on a ski trip across the Ural Mountains. The group was quite experienced, with all members well prepared and aware of the challenges ahead. Among them were Igor Dyatlov and his friends and colleagues, who decided to test their skills in this journey. It was a rather difficult route, 350 kilometers long, designed for seasoned tourists. The group planned to cross a pass and return, but they never made it back. When the group failed to return within the scheduled time, a search operation began. The weather in the Urals at that time was harsh, with freezing temperatures and snowstorms being common, but as each day passed, the tension grew. After several weeks, 26 days to be exact, the bodies of the tourists were found in the mountains. They were discovered approximately 1.5 kilometers from their tent, which was in a completely unexpected position. The tent was slashed open from the inside, which was strange in itself. Normally, people cut their tent open from the outside in an emergency to escape quickly. But here, it was the other way around. The tent was carefully equipped for a winter expedition, and the fact that it was cut open from the inside suggests panic or terror gripping the tourists. When they were found in this strange place, the bodies of the tourists looked as if they were trying to escape something terrifying. Many of them were without shoes, in a state of undress, as if they had hastily abandoned their tent and ran without caring about the cold or danger. One of them was found in a state of complete freezing, while another seemed to be in a state of shock. Some bodies were severely damaged. One of them had numerous fractures, including broken ribs and skull damage, while another had injuries to the eyes. There were no signs of a struggle. This is unusual for such situations, where people are in danger. Usually it leads to physical confrontation or resistance, but in this case, it was not like that at all. One of the tourists had his tongue torn off, while another had signs of his clothes being torn by something sharp and heavy. Another strange detail was the presence of radiation traces found on one of the bodies. This shocked the investigators, as radiation is not typically found in the Ural Mountains. Why one of the tourists had such traces remained a mystery. This fact sparked numerous theories, including the idea that the group might have entered an area where secret experiments were being conducted. Additionally, the tent and the personal belongings found at the scene were also in strange conditions. One of the tourists was found with part of his tongue missing. Another had multiple layers of clothing torn, which might indicate they were trying to defend themselves from some sort of attack or were experiencing physical pain. Over time, various theories emerged to explain what had happened. One theory suggests that the group might have been caught in a snowstorm, so powerful that they rushed out of the tent in panic, not realizing what they were doing. In extreme cold and a blizzard, a person can act irrationally and lose control of their actions. Perhaps they thought they needed to escape immediately, not realizing that by leaving the tent, they were making themselves even more vulnerable. Another version speculates that the group may have fallen victim to an animal attack. Considering that large predators like bears and wolves inhabit those areas, this is not entirely out of the question. However, many doubt this because there were no signs of animal bites or attacks on the bodies, which is unusual if they had indeed been attacked by such predators. There are also more extravagant hypotheses. Some researchers propose that the group encountered anomalous natural phenomena. For example, powerful electrical discharges could have affected the tourist behavior, creating an illusion of being chased or of extreme fear. This could explain their strange actions and panic-driven behavior. There is also a theory that the group might have been the victims of secret military experiments. Perhaps they accidentally entered an area where new technologies, weapons, or even radioactive materials were being tested. This version is also plausible because it was a time of the Cold War, and such experiments were carried out behind closed doors, with information often being classified. The bodies were found, but the mystery of what happened to the Dyatlov group remains hidden in the depths of the Ural Mountains. Despite numerous investigations and hypotheses, the truth about what happened to the group remains unsolved. Research continues, but to this day, the answer to the question of what exactly happened on that fateful expedition has not been found.